Greetings and salutations, this is Jason Silverain, and today I'll be trying another ideology playthrough. Yes, I'm actually combining this with another challenge I've seen, which is the Zero Stat Max Passions Man. Now, the other thing I'm going to be doing is putting my own little twist. I always mod my games, you know me. So I'm going with Maynard Medieval. That limits all research to medieval and pre-medieval eras, and the theme is we are a ship that has been shot down going over a feudal planet which is ruled over by the nobility, since I'll be trying to put the nobility in there so there is a high-tech faction, but they've mostly kept the surrounding people, well, easily manipulated peons and pawns. Yes, but we won't just be playing survivors, we will be playing a Warforge. They don't eat, they don't sleep, but that also comes with its own negatives, for we can't gain mood buffs that way, so trying to keep myself sane will be an issue, and my pawn too. Now, the factions I have picked are going to be the Civil Kingdoms and the Rough Clans. The clans are very much raider based and are Norse. The kingdoms are going to be just your typical medieval groups, and we'll have some tribes in there as well. I've removed the Outlander unions because I don't really want gunpowder weaponry in this run, and I've put in the Cannibal tribe. Now, I was thinking of removing the mechanoids, but what the hell, let's have something nasty. Yes, these war machines are still about. Since we are being shot down by someone, and mechanoids could always be a good choice. Now, the seed will be Winra, mostly because we're going to be playing a Repair and Rescue Droid as our theme, so let's see what we get. After a bit of tweaking and a lot of searching, I've decided to set up here. The Temperate Forest, just south of Lax Forest, is kind of what I like to look for in a game. It's got a decent mix of stone types, it's got a lot of different types of terrain with small hills and large river. I'd rather have large hills, but we also have a very generous growing time, so this shouldn't be too bad. Also, we have a mix of hostile and friendlies near us. I'd like more hostiles, I'd like some bugs. Well, we've got some bugs down here if we want to go travelling and beat them up. Again, it was difficult to find all the terrain types I like to play around with, because I'm not feeling like a desert today, and this planet has a lot of desert. Now, better figure out what ideology I'm going to have. Looking at some of the pre-made ones, I really like this one, based on an Islamic faith. It is essentially body modification is abhorrent, we can't really use drug use, we don't really like eating meat, and you're not allowed to replace your organs. I mean, this is a bit crazy. I kind of like the look of this one. I've saved it for later. I probably will never play it personally, but I'd love to see others play it. I mean, definitely caught my eye with the no meat eating and the flesh purity type. Other things we're going to be looking out for. Okay, what about these guys? These guys don't seem to have much of a strong belief. Bit dull really. Neo-Islam. Raiding required. Execution required. Must execute prisoners on a regular basis. Bleeding hell. Okay, these guys are vicious. So it's all about the tribals, really. At least we got someone to sell tea and weed to. Oh dear, supremacist pain is virtue and... Oh, don't bond with your animals. Physical love is prohibited. What the hell is this planet? Cannibalism required, ravenous. Males must be totally covered. Femme justice. Female supremacy. We like to blind people. We like to live on the ground. That's quite cool. Tunneler is quite fun. Women are allowed to have 3 or fewer spouses. I do want to try a tunneler group at some point. I'm planning on making a kobold group, which is going to be a bunch of tunneling psychopathic cannibals. Alright. We have socialists. Intensely bigoted and don't like drugs. That's a bit of a shame because I would really like to be friends with them. They're quite good. What about you guys? Oh, loyalist, transhuman. Well, you're not going to get much of that because, well, we're not going to have many options to upgrade that. They're going to be unhappy. I'm going to actually take these guys out and randomize them because of anyone believing in this will be at a great disadvantage. Alright, I kind of randomised most of this and came up with something quite amusing. We have the Neo. They're Neos and Neoists. They're loyalists, they like to preach, they like darkness, and they believe in humans are the moral centre of the universe. Apparently someone built a colony on a green world. Naughty boy, shouldn't be here. Okay. So they think slavery is honourable, they like fighting in darkness, they like having dark lights because normal light's too bright for them. Oh, I should have made them tunnelers really. But they have free love and they preach frequently. Everything else is pretty much regular, except maybe the fact that they don't have any rules on clothes. So fair enough. And they accept cannibalism. Good on them. And they have various unique things like the mining specialist and production specialist. They've also got quite interesting rituals. I mean, I love it when I get a random thing and it adds all this in. Animal sacrifice. I didn't even know that was a thing in this. So looking forward to that. But I should make my own. Now, after a bit of randomization and a little tweaking by myself, I decided that I'm going to go with reformed ideology. I'm just trying to find a decent narrative to it, but honestly, all of the randomized ones, a little awkward. I'll probably alter that later when I think about it. Now, I made it a bit challenging with animal personhood, where animals have rights. We do not like slaughtering them. In fact, we don't like eating meat at all. So we're going from mostly a vegetarian group, and it's absolutely abhorrent killing innocent animals. So any animals that are not manhunter coming for us and we kill them, yeah, people aren't going to be happy with that. Even slaughtering animals isn't really welcome, so well, we'll have to find alternatives. Lots of cotton and Devil Strand, I imagine. And we're going to go with Tree Connection, which is an absolute bugger. I think it's the higher version that means we can't cut down trees. I think we just want trees around us, yeah. They're not going to like it if there's too many trees get cut down, but again, I've got alternatives for wood. We're going to go with free loving. We're doing drug use. We're going to go medical or social, thank you. But the advantage of this, we get very fast research. I don't know why, but that just seems to come up as a thing. Because we're part of a collectivist, we have triple work drive, which is pretty freaking awesome, and that's a special ability leader can do. Sadly, I can't make insect meat loved. It was one of my favourite little tweaks, but oh well, I'll have to sacrifice that for this playthrough. Diversity of thought, neutral, people don't mind. We're relatively open-minded. We don't like scarification. Slavery I'm going to go with accepted simply because I want to try out the new slavery mechanics, and I've not had the chance to do so yet. Spouses I've kept the same simply because building a place to house everyone in a big loving area is a bit of a pain. And organ use, pretty accepted because transplants are a thing. But this does mean we get the animal specialist, the farm specialist. Is that veterinarian? I look at that and I think that's spelt wrong. I don't know. Well, it came up as that. I'll leave it as that. The leader requires a beret, and the moral guardian likes a head wrap, or the moral guide, should I say. And rituals, we have our traditional funeral. We have symbol version, the rejection of lies. That will help out. And I think that restores psych focus. Let me double check. Yeah, recharges psych focus. With the Festival of Kindness, who's on the 15th of December, and that will just gain us goodwill from other factions, which is very nice. We can start a Fiesta of Ideology at any time, and if we do well enough, we'll maybe get a random recruit. And then there's the Sky Lantern Festival, which I think is at the 1st of December, and that can make people like us as well. So December has lots of festivals. Oh, we finally got the Fair of Forests. Oh, we need a ritual spot or a light ball. 6th of September. Okay. I'm not sure I like the names of these. Altar of Forest, I'll go with that. Image of Animals. Divided Pyre. Relics. Well, we won't be getting of those. I think when it comes to relics, these are objects that have been lost on the map, and you can find them, as it says, through quests. So it'll be quite fun. And venerated animals. This would be quite fun if we manage to get a hold of some of these goats. I mean, don't eat goat meat. It will upset our colonists. I mean, I could go with cows, but that's a bit on the nose. And preferred apparel. I like this. I like all my guys having these. Tattoos. Well, these kind of broke last time. You know what? We're not going with tattoos. Tattoos tend to... Oh, actually, no. Normal is to have none. I would like my guys to be tattooed, but I find they break. They cause problems. Now, I best get my colonists sorted. Well, this is a mild inconvenience. It seems that Prepare Carefully still hasn't been updated and is currently not working. I've even tried patching it, and unfortunately, it's still not working. So, I'm going to have to make a workaround here. Now, the main thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use Character Editor mod instead and have to do it when I'm on the planet's surface, but this is going to be company property. Repair and Rescue is here. I've also called the rest of them company property. Well, I missed one apparently. Well, you're flipping useless. Well, let's see what you can get instead. That'll do. You are now also company property. And as you can see, I've given them nicknames, all depending on their role. It is unlikely we will see any of these chaps on the surface, but, well, we'll have to see. Activating error. Corrupt memory chunk. Attempting recovery. Recovery error. Alert system operator. Error. No network detected. Activating. Coming online. Yes, we are now starting. And we are starting in quite the curious place. Having a quick look, it just... we're going to fall in some ruins. And I've made it so a space battle occurs to make the start even more exciting. Now I'm going to quickly pause and save and sort out the character editor, and we'll see what happens when the space battle resumes.